The rain hammered against the window like tiny fists demanding entry. I sat in the dim living room clutching a mug of cooling tea. The house felt too big since she left. Empty corners whispered secrets I didn't want to hear. That's when I saw the ad. A stray cat up for adoption at the shelter down the street. Black fur sleek as oil. Eyes like polished stones. I thought it would fill the silence. Keep the shadows company. So I went the next morning. The shelter smelled of wet fur and bleach. The cat sat in its cage staring straight through me. No move. No blink. Just that gaze pulling me in. I signed the papers. Paid the fee. Carried it home in a cardboard box that scratched from the inside. Settled fast. Too fast. Named it nothing because names felt like chains. It prowled the halls at night, feet silent as smoke. I woke to find it perched on my chest watching me sleep. His breath warm against my chin. Pupils wide in the moonlight filtering through the blinds. I pushed it off gently. It landed without a sound and vanished into the dark. Days blurred into routine. Feed it. Work from home. Stare at screens until my eyes burned. But the cat changed things. Plants wilted where it rubbed against them. Milk soured overnight in the fridge. Small things. Easy to ignore. One evening thunder rolled in low and mean. I locked the doors early. Curled up with a book under the lamp's yellow glow. The cat circled my chair 3 times, then leaped onto the windowsill. Pressed its nose to the glass. Ears flat. Tail twitching like a fuse. Outside the streetlights flickered. A shape moved under the oak tree across the road. Tall. Hunched. Gone when I blinked. The cat hissed low in its throat. Not at me. At the window. I laughed it off. Imagination playing tricks. But sleep came hard that night. Dreams of claws scraping bone. Eyes glowing in fog. Morning light crept in gray and thin. Coffee brewed black. The cat lapped at its bowl then froze. Head cocked. Listening to nothing. I followed its stare to the basement door. Cracked open an inch. I always kept it shut. Drafts carried dust and memories down there. But the cat slipped through before I could stop it. I grabbed a flashlight. Descended the creaky stairs. Cobwebs brushed my face like fingers. The beam swept over boxes and forgotten junk. The cat sat in the center of the concrete floor, staring at a wall. Blank. Bare. No mice. No shadows. Just that wall. I called it. It didn't move. Sweat beaded on my neck despite the chill. Something scratched behind the plaster. Faint. Rhythmic. Like nails on wood. The cat's eyes locked on mine. Unblinking. I backed up. Slammed the door. Locked it twice. Nights grew longer. The cat took to sleeping under the bed. Its purring vibrated through the floorboards into my bones. Comforting at first. Then not. I woke once to find scratches on the bedroom door. Fresh. Deep. Gouges that curved like hooks. The cat lay innocent on the rug, tail curled neat. I checked the locks again. Windows too. Nothing broken. No one outside. Paranoia settled in like fog. I stopped answering the phone. Ignored the mail piling up. The cat watched me eat. Watched me shower through the steamed glass. Always there. Always seeing. A week in the power cut out during dinner. Fork halfway to mouth. Darkness swallowed the room whole. I fumbled for candles. Matches hissed to life. Flames danced shadows across the walls. The cat's eyes reflected green. It sat on the table amid the plates. Uninvited. Unmoving. Rain lashed the roof harder now. Wind howled through cracks I never knew existed. Then a thud from upstairs. Heavy. Like a body hitting floorboards. Heart slamming, I grabbed the poker from the fireplace. Crept up the steps one by one. Each creak amplified in the quiet. The cat followed. Silent shadow at my heels. Landing empty. Hallway bare. But the attic door stood ajar. Pulled shut every night. I pushed it open. Hinge screamed. Dust swirled in the candle's flicker. Up their old trunks lined the eaves. Christmas lights tangled in corners. The cat darted past me. Vanished behind a stack of crates. I called out soft. No answer. Just the rain drumming endless. Then a rustle. Fabric shifting. I swung the light. Caught a glimpse of fur. Black against black. It wasn't alone. Something else moved. Long limbs unfolding slow. Not human. Too many joints. The flame guttered. Went out. Darkness pressed in thick. Breathing filled the space. Mine. And another's. Wet. Ragged. Clothes. I bolted. Stumbled downstairs. Slammed the attic shut. Barricaded with a chair. The cat waited at the bottom. Licked its paw calm as ever. Sleep fled after that. I nailed the attic door shut. boarded windows for good measure. The house became a cage. My cage. The cat grew bolder. It brought gifts. Dead birds on the doorstep. Feathers slick with rain. Mice with eyes pecked out. Left them at my feet like offerings. I swept them away. Buried them in the yard under moonlight. But the dreams worsened. The cat leading me through fog. Down stairs that twisted endless. To a room with walls pulsing like skin. Eyes everywhere. Watching. Waiting. I woke screaming. Sheets soaked. The cat on my pillow. Face inches from mine. Whiskers brushing my lips. One dawn I found footprints. Mud tracked across the kitchen floor. Too big for paws. Bear soles. Human. Leading to the back door. Unlocked. I hadn't touched it. Panic clawed my throat. I scrubbed the prints away. Boiled water. Poured salt lines across thresholds. Old tricks from forgotten books. The cat sat on the counter. Watched with those stone eyes. Judgment in every flick of its tail. Night fell early. Storm clouds choked the sky. I huddled in the living room. Curtains drawn tight. The poker in my lap. Hours ticked by slow. Clock hands mocking. Then scratching. Not from the basement. From inside the walls. Slow drags. Up and down. Circling the room. The cat perked up. Ears swiveling. It leaped down. Padded to the fireplace. Stared into the empty grate. Ash stirred. A breeze from nowhere. Cold. Reeking of earth and rot. I gripped the poker white-knuckled. The scratching stopped. Silence heavier than sound. Then a whisper. Faint. Garbled. Like words drowned underwater. Coming from the cat's direction. His mouth moved. Jaws working silent. But the voice wasn't its. Deeper. Older. Let me in. I froze. The cat turned. Eyes glowing faint in the dark. Not green now. Red. Pinpricks of hellfire. I stepped closer. Paw prints in the ash behind it. Not cat prints. Long toes. Clawed. I swung the poker. Missed. Dodged fluid. Unnatural. Leaped onto the couch. Claws sank into cushions. Ripped fabric wide. Something spilled out. Not stuffing. Black tendrils writhing. Reaching. The voice laughed. Bubbling from the cat's throat. I've been here all along. Memories flooded back. The shelter. That gaze pulling me in. The box scratching on the drive home. Chose me. Not the other way. I ran for the door. Fumbled the knob slick with sweat. The cat, know the thing, pounced. Landed on my back. Weight impossible. Bones grinding under its bulk. Claws pierced shirt. Skin. Deeper. Hot blood welled. I twisted free. Threw it off. It hit the wall with a thud that shook pictures loose. Glass shattered. Shards glittered like teeth. I yanked the door open. Rain blasted in sheets. Bolted into the yard. Mud sucked at my shoes. Thunder cracked overhead. Lightning lit the oak tree. The shape again. Hunched. Waiting. Arms too long. Face a smear of shadow. The cat burst through the door behind me. Fur matted. Eyes blazing. It circled wide. Herding me toward the tree. The thing under the branches stirred. Unfolded. Skin stretched thin over frames not meant for this world. Whispers multiplied. From the cat. From the tree. From the rain itself. Join us. De tripped over roots. Fell hard. Breath knocked out. The cat closed in. Paws silent. Mouth open wide. Rows of teeth where tongue should be. Jagged. Endless. The shape loomed. Fingers like branches snagged my hair. Pulled me up. Face to face. No eyes. Just pits. Sucking light. The cat leaped. Clung to my chest. Claws in flesh. Voice poured out hot against my ear. Mine now. Darkness swallowed everything. Then. Thunder. Pain. Last thought flickered. The ad. That gaze. It always knew. Morning broke clean. Sun pierced clouds. The yard empty. Door ajar. Inside the house waited. Silent. The cat, no my cat, curled by the fire. Purring soft. Eyes half-lidded. Innocent. I closed the door. Locked it. Sat down slow. Pourettea. Watched it lap milk from its bowl. Plants still wilted. Scratches lingered on doors. But the whispers faded. For now, nights would come again. And it would watch. Always watching. Waiting for the storm to call it home. The thing inside. The one I brought through the door. My scary cat.